Hello everyone, I'm Yasinzaii from Arduino.com and this is the first tutorial from Arduino Pro Mini course series. In this tutorial, I will introduce you with Arduino Pro Mini board. You can turn on the subtitles for this video if you have difficulty in understanding my accent. Arduino Pro Mini is a small microcontroller board that uses the popular AVR Atmel Atmega328p microcontroller chip, just like its other popular variants, including Arduino Uno and Arduino Nano. The capability of this microcontroller board is equal to Arduino Uno because it contains the same Atmega328p microcontroller chip. The small size and low price are the main factors making it more attractive when compared to the bulky and relatively expensive Arduino Uno board. There are two very popular variants of Arduino Pro Mini boards. They include a 3.3V board with 8 MHz onboard crystal oscillator and a 5V board with 16 MHz onboard crystal oscillator. The 5V version of Arduino Pro Mini board contains a 5V voltage regulator and a 16 MHz crystal oscillator, whereas the 3.3V version of Arduino Pro Mini has a 3.3V voltage regulator with an 8 MHz onboard crystal oscillator. More details on the identification and differences of these board variants are provided in the recent tutorials. You can check them out on Arduino.com. A complete detailed and cross-verified pin diagram of Arduino Pro Mini board can be seen in this slide. The description of each color is provided in the table on the right. Note that the light green color represents the corresponding pin number on the Atmega328 chip, whereas the port and bit information is given using the light blue color. You can pause the video here and check out the different functionalities associated with each pin. You can also find this image on Arduino.com. Let's discuss the features of Arduino Pro Mini board. Number 1. There are 14 digital I/O pins on this board, and out of these 14 pins, 6 can be used for PWM output. These pins are clearly marked in the pin description figure that we have checked in the last slide. You can also find it in the table on the right. Pin 0 and pin 1 can also be used for serial communication using the UART protocol. Two timers T0 and T1 are associated with digital I/O pin 4 and pin 5 of the board. Furthermore, pin 2 and pin 3 have hardware dedicated interrupt capability. However, you can use any of the 14 digital I/O pins as interrupts, and we will discuss it in the future tutorials. Number 2. The Atmega328 chip on this board has 8-channel 10-bit ADC, which can be used for interfacing 8 different analog sensors at the same time. The analog input pin A4 and A5 can also be used by I2C communication protocol, and the first 6 analog pins can be used as interrupts. Number 3. Arduino Pro Mini has either 3.3V or 5V voltage regulator. Voltage regulator provides you the flexibility to power your Arduino Pro Mini boards using 5 to 12 volts unregulated voltage source. Number 4. The 3.3 volts version of the Arduino Pro Mini board has an 8 MHz onboard oscillator, whereas the 5V version has a 16 MHz oscillator. Majority of the Arduino Pro Mini boards use ceramic oscillators. However, I have also seen Arduino Pro Mini boards with crystal oscillators. More information on oscillators will be discussed in the upcoming tutorials. Number 5. Arduino Pro Mini doesn't come with a USB port, and there is no onboard programmer on this chip. Therefore, you will have to program it using an external USB to TTL programmer. Number 6. When you buy this board, there will be no connectors soldered onto the board. This actually provides you the flexibility to solder only those pins that are required for your project, making your circuit more compact. Number 7. There is a built-in LED connected to the SPI serial clock pin 13 of Arduino Pro Mini. This LED will blink when Arduino is connected to an SPI programmer, like USB ESP. However, you can also use it as the digital input or output pin. Let's discuss the features of Atmel Atmega328 microcontroller. Number 1. Atmega328 has 32 KB of flash memory, and it is used to store program on the board. This is non-volatile memory, which means when power is lost, the program that we have flashed remains there, and it will start executing from the beginning when the power is restored. Number 2. The Atmega328 chip comes with a 1 KB of electrically erasable read-only memory. This memory can be utilized for storing data over time by the microcontroller. It is a non-volatile memory, which means the data stored in the EEPROM will stay there even if the power is lost. Number 3. The Atmega328p microcontroller has 2 KB of SRAM. This memory is used by the program while it is executing. The information on this memory is lost when the power is turned off. When the power is restored, the program starts executing from the beginning and the contents of RAM are repopulated again. Number 4. This chip has 32 8-bit general purpose registers. More information about the Atmega328 architecture and the program execution will be covered in the upcoming tutorials. There are 2 methods by which you can program Arduino Pro Mini. Number 1. The easiest way to program Arduino Pro Mini is by using the open source Arduino integrated development environment. This software includes a compiler to convert your C code into binary and an uploader to upload the hex file onto the board. Number 2. You have to compile the code separately using AVR GCC compiler to generate the executable file, and then using AVR object copy to convert into hex file. Finally, AVR dude is used to upload the hex file onto the board. Furthermore, Arduino IDE itself uses AVR GCC and AVR dude to compile and upload program on Arduino boards. In order to program the board, you will have to connect Arduino Pro Mini with the computer via a USB. However, this board doesn't have any USB port and onboard programmer, so you need a USB to serial converter or an other Arduino board serving as a programmer. There are 3 methods by which you can program Arduino Pro Mini. Number 1. You can program Arduino Pro Mini via SPI port using a USB ESP programmer. Number 2. You can program this board via SPI port using another Arduino Uno or Mega board. Number 3. You can program this board via USART using an FTDI USB to TTL serial module. Let's talk about the different pins on Arduino Pro Mini board. Number 1. Ground pins. These pins provide ground connections to the different sensors interfaced with the Arduino Pro Mini board. Furthermore, to power Arduino Pro Mini with an external voltage source, you need to connect the negative terminal of the battery to any of the ground pin. Number 2. Raw pin. This pin is used to power the Arduino Pro Mini board using an external unregulated voltage source. You can connect this pin to any 5 to 12 volt voltage source. Number 3. VCC pins. These pins are connected to the output of the onboard voltage regulator. You can use them to power sensors or actuator modules. These pins can also be used to power your Arduino Pro Mini board. However, the voltage of the power source should be fixed to 5 volt or 3.3 volt, depending on the type of Arduino Pro Mini board. Number 4. PWM pins. These pins labeled as 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 and 11 provide PWM output functionality, and it can be used to control motor speed and to generate analog output signals. Number 5. Analog pins. Arduino Pro Mini has 8 analog pins labeled as A0 to A7. These pins are used to input analog signals to the microcontroller. The analog input applied to these pins is converted into a 10-bit digital value using its internal ADC. Number 6. Reset pin. The reset pin is connected to the reset button on the board. This pin will reset the microcontroller if a logic low voltage is applied for a short time. The program will start executing from the beginning after the microcontroller resets. Number 7. TXO and RXI pins. The TX and RX pins are used by the internal USART module on the Atmega328 chip, and these pins can be used to interface Arduino Pro Mini with other devices using the UART protocol. Number 8. FTDI header. This header is used for programming the Atmega328p using the USART module. These pins include TXO, RXI, DTR, VCC, ground and another ground. The TXO and RXI are the same UART pins as discussed above. The VCC and ground pins of the FTDI header are used to power the Arduino Pro Mini using the FTDI programmer to upload the program. Number 9. DTR pin. The data terminal ready pin is used by the FTDI programmer to auto-reset the Arduino Pro Mini for uploading a new program on the board. More discussion about the DTR pin is provided on Arduino.com. Number 10. SPI pins. The serial peripheral interface pins allows the microcontroller to communicate with sensors and other devices using the SPI protocol. They include pin 10, pin 11, pin 12, and pin 13 as shown in the pin diagram on the right. Number 11. I2C pins. The analog pins A4 and A5 are also connected to the I2C communication module. A4 is the serial data line, whereas A5 is the serial clock line. Using the I2C protocol, the data is sent on the SDA line, whereas SCL is used for clock synchronization. The schematic diagram of Arduino Pro Mini is shown in this figure. It is a fairly simple board with few on-board components. On the top right corner, you can see the schematics of the voltage regulator. This voltage regulator takes the unregulated input voltage VRAW at the input and generates VCC at the output. The DTR pin is connected to the reset of the microcontroller through the auto reset circuit that we will explain in the upcoming tutorial. You can also see the crystal oscillator interfaced with the microcontroller. Furthermore, one LED is connected to pin 13 of the microcontroller. The schematic of Arduino Pro Mini will be fully explained in our upcoming tutorials. Most of the Arduino boards come with a USB interface and onboard programmer, making it easy to flash code onto the microcontroller program memory. But in case of Arduino Pro Mini, you will have to flash the Atmel Atmega328p microcontroller chip using an external programmer. The compact size of this board makes this device unique and more practical for using it in embedded systems. And this also makes it incompatible with Arduino shields. In order to interface such shields, you will have to hardwire them with the board. You can use this board in a wide variety of applications. The small form factor and ease of use make it stand out when compared to the other boards. This board can be used in embedded system applications, IoT applications, home automation projects, display systems, and robotics. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. In the upcoming tutorials, we will learn about the Arduino Pro Mini board schematic, Atmega328 architecture, available modules, and how to program this board using AVR GCC and AVR Dude. Keep in touch because I will be coming up with more informative and exciting videos. See you soon.